Hi guys, and welcome back to Vidcast number 2. Can you welcome them back? We did this before, didn't we?
Yeah.
Can I wish you to go away? Can I welcome you back? Yeah, I can. We just did.
Yeah, we haven't just been sitting here for a week. Anyway, welcome.
Back to the Stuff Vidcast. This is number 2, as I just said before I was rudely interrupted.
Yeah.
And what we've done is, after the first one, we looked and we listened to the comments from all 12 of you that watched it, and we decided it was a little bit long. So we're not going to mess around talking about how good Matt's day was, or...
I had a very good day, actually.
We're not going to talk about that.
No?
We're going to go straight into, actually, talking points for today's show.
I actually have an amusing anecdote about lunch, if you'd like to hear it.
Cool. So this week, we're going to be talking about Google's developer conference, Google I.O., that happened just yesterday.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about the BlackBerry Q10 and the Q5, which was, again, announced this week, and also launched last week, the Q10 did, and also the gadget of the week.
Which is a surprise. I don't actually know what that is. So
My
Tom
gadget of the week. My gadget.
bust that out for me later. Cool. Should we jump straight in?
Straight into it.
Cool. Right then, Tom. First up, I know you spent last night awake watching it. What is Google I.O.? And what does that stand for? First off, what does it stand for?
Google I.O.
I'm just playing. Tell me what it is.
We don't know what Google I.O. stands for. Google I.O. is a developer conference that Google holds every year in San Francisco. It's a little bit geeky. A lot of it has to do with kind of Android, but not just kind of the Android you have on your phone, kind of the back end, the building of apps. A lot about Chrome as well. Apps, Gmail, Google+. Basically, everything Google does, from the stuff that consumers play with to the stuff that developers play with, Google Analytics, the kind of website builders, deal with. All of that is covered during Google I.O. But it's actually a very good way to see what is happening, what's coming next for Google.
Right, okay. So it's not for commercial people, it's more for the developers.
It is more for the developers. Sometimes they do launch kind of Nexus devices, they have done in the past. But, let's say, as I said before, if they build some cool stuff into Chrome, then we kind of know that developers are going to take advantage of it, so we kind of know where things are going.
So why do we care about it? What's the point of it? I mean, why live stream it around the world for 4 hours?
So if you're a developer, it's obviously great because you learn all the updates, you learn how to build your apps.
Yeah, but I'm not a developer, so why do I care?
You aren't a developer. No, you're not a developer.
No.
You care because there's some awesome stuff that they announce.
Yeah.
And the stuff they announce will trickle down to consumers, and not like next week, next month, but a lot of it's available right now.
Right. Okay. So what are the points that they brought out this year?
So this year was big, and I'm looking at this on Chrome, so perfect.
Nice. Okay.
The first thing they've done is it's called OK Google.
Okay. Cool.
Google. OK Google is a voice recognition search facility that's built into Chrome on your computer as well as on your device like this HTC One here.
Well, so a bit like Siri.
Exactly like Siri.
Okay.
But imagine Siri kind of powered by Google.
Awesome.
So what you do is you kind of lean in and you say, OK Google, and then you ask it a question. So you can say, OK Google, where should I go for dinner tonight?
Okay.
And then if you ask it that, it will then kind of look at your Google+, your friends, and recommendations and kind of give you a good recommendation there, and obviously show you on Google Maps as well.
I mean, it doesn't exist yet, but does it have access to like your emails, your Google Documents, your Google Calendar and things like that?
Yeah, so one of the big things as well was that Google wants to integrate all their facilities. So if I said, Google, show me pictures of my vacation last summer, it will then be able to go into kind of Picasa, that's a different person altogether.
Don't go into him.
It'll be able to go in Picasa, find my pictures from last summer. If I said, OK Google, show me pictures of my friend Matt and me doing vidcasts, if I had pictures of that, it would be able to go in and look at that. If I asked it for friend recommendations, it would be able to do that as well.
Cool.
And it also does things like, if I said, show me pictures of the Eiffel Tower, it would be able to show me pictures of the Eiffel Tower.
Show me a picture of Tom in the swimmers, 2003, Crete.
Crete?
You in Crete?
Probably not. But it can do that. So there's also Google Maps. Google Maps have made major overhaul. So now it's going to look better. A lot more recommendations, as I said before. It's going to play on Google Plus quite a bit more. So if you've ever gone to a restaurant and you've liked it and you've posted about it on Google Plus, if I search in Google Maps for that restaurant, your recommendation will pop up as well.
Okay,
Right, and it's kind of built into, Google now owns Zagat as well. Is that right?
I'm not entirely sure on that.
It's Zagat or another food. I think it's Zagat. And so all those recommendations are kind of baked in there as well.
Do you say Zagat, like the guy from Street Fighter?
What do you say? Zagat?
No. Zagat.
Zagat? That's like the whole Adidas thing.
Yeah. Whichever one you say is incorrect. I say the correct one.
So now we also have, the coolest thing about Google Maps, I have to say, is you can zoom out like you can, but you can zoom out and zoom out and zoom out and you see the world.
Well, you actually get space view.
You get space view of the world, a bit like Google World. And so you see the world go around. But the cool thing is there's obviously clouds and all that sort of lovely stuff. Those clouds are real time. So if there's clouds above Dubai right now, where we are, on Google Map, you'll be able to see the clouds over the world. The other cool thing is if you keep on zooming out, you can see stars and you can see the Milky Way. And those stars will actually change as the Earth revolves around the sun.
So what you're saying is that every man can now be a weatherman. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much.
Low pressure coming in.
Pretty much.
Through the Outer Hebrides, affecting us.
Pretty much.
Okay.
We're not dilly-dallying, remember? We're going to do this quick. The last one was Google Music, which was one of the biggest announcements of this Google I.O. They are actually introducing a subscription-based music service called Google Music All Access.
Yes.
Basically, you pay $10 a month, and that gives you access to unlimited music streaming, just like Spotify.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, it's awesome. They've also got some kind of smart playlists, a bit like Genius. The problem being, we don't even have Google Music out here in this region yet. So we'll have to wait for that to happen before we'll have any chance to get Google All Access.
So here's my idea on that. They're bringing in something similar to Spotify. They're bringing in something similar to Siri. Are they just kind of pick and choosing the best bits of other rivals and building it into a big kind of Google-dominated system?
I think there's some of that. But I think what Google is doing, which other people kind of aren't and can't in their individual systems, is they can build it all together. So they can take Siri and they can put it with Google Plus, their social network, and now they can put it with music as well. So anything that you look at, if we're friends on Google Plus, can then go into music, can then go into restaurant recommendations, can then go into directions on Google Maps, and more. So that's kind of one thing that they're doing that no one else really is doing or can do.
Cool. And did they announce any kind of hardware? Are they launching a proper, legitimate phone now, a Google-owned phone?
They said that there was no real hardware. They did mention that there was going to be, there is now a Samsung Galaxy S4, which we know and we talked about last week. The Galaxy S4 will be available from the Google Play Store, but it will only run Jelly Bean Android stock. So it's not going to have TouchWiz, it's not going to have any of the Samsung stuff, no S-Help apps, no kind of messing about.
So like a stripped-back Samsung Galaxy
Just vanilla Android on a Samsung Galaxy S4.
Vanilla.
For US $650. Again, it's through kind of the Nexus store, which means our region. Nope.
Cool. Not
going to get it.
Always good to know that we can't get stuff. Right?
That's what we're not going to get.
Yeah.
Something we are going to get, though, BlackBerry Q10.
Yeah, actually. BlackBerry Q10 has finally arrived in the region. It's been about 3 months since it was launched in the rest of the world. Essentially, it is BlackBerry's newest device with a full QWERTY keyboard. I think it's their only one. Well, it's not their only one with a QWERTY keyboard, but it's their highest end one with a QWERTY keyboard. And a lot of people kind of, bemoaning the fact that they've gone touchscreen stuff and they miss the QWERTY keyboard, and this kind of brings that back in right at the high end of things. Retail's a wee bit high here. It's probably...
What's it cost?
It's about 2,400 dirhams, if I'm correct. Is that about right?
I think it's about, according to these facts and figures in front of me.
2,700.
Yeah.
Which is still, it's a bit more expensive than your Galaxy S4 or the HTC One, isn't it?
It works out to be 100 dirhams more expensive than the Galaxy S4 and the iPhone 5.
So
it's 200 dirhams more than the HTC One, which is right now our favorite phone in the entire world.
Plug.
So did you think people will pay that for just to have a QWERTY keyboard?
You know what I found? Speaking to a bunch of people about this, if people aren't as into technology as we are, and you guys are, I'm sure, people find change very difficult to deal with. So if they're used to a QWERTY keyboard on a BlackBerry, they want a QWERTY keyboard on a BlackBerry. They don't want to go to Nokia. They don't want to go to HTC and change it. I'm kind of happy with it, whatever I go with. But 200 dirhams isn't really a large jump in the big scheme of things. If you're paying 2,700 dirhams,
true, but it is
2,500 dirhams. It's not that big a thing to get what you want, and you know that you'll prefer. And obviously, if you're used to it and all your business contacts are on it, until they get BBM across platforms here, BlackBerry will continue to do well in the Middle East, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I guess some people will see that it's an extra 200 dirhams.
Especially.
What?
Sorry, carry on.
Some people will see it's an extra 200 dirhams for a QWERTY keyboard, but other people will say, well, I'm paying extra 200 dirhams for a smaller screen, less apps, slower processor.
True. Well, then there is, an immediate option there available, is that as of this week, BlackBerry launched the Q5, which is kind of the budget version of the Q10. In budget, I mean it in every sense of the word. Everything is reduced, but still with a QWERTY keyboard.
But the screen resolution's down. It's made of all plastic instead of metal. Yeah. Although it comes in like different colors. Like there's a red version. I think the camera's gone down as well. The front camera's gone down.
Yeah, it's going to be essentially a cheaper device for emailing and texting and calling.
But it will have a QWERTY keyboard, so that may please the people looking for a full keyboard.
Correct. So, two new options there from BlackBerry. Let's see if, especially around this region where we know they're very popular, let's see how that holds out in the next few months.
Definitely. Gadget of the week.
Gadget of the week. Yay! Do we have a thing? A song? A jingle? Tune? That's all I've got.
Gadget of the week.
Gadget of the week. Some good harmonies, bro. Alright, what is it?
Probably could just put a jingle instead of messing around that, but I think this is better. We'll go with that for this week. Maybe next week we'll have a jingle. So this week's Gadget of the Week is, I've got it right here, boom.
Is that one of Panasonic's old cameras?
No, that is a Panasonic Lumix FT5.
Ah, the FT5.
Which is why you saw I slammed it down, because I knew it could take it.
Yeah?
Because it's a tough camera, so it can go swimming.
It's tough, right?
It can go swimming down 13 meters underwater. It can survive drops, as we just saw, of 2 meters, and it can also work in temperatures of negative 10 degrees centigrade.
That's colder than it gets here, though.
That is colder than it gets here. It's also sand and dust resistant, so there is a point in getting it here.
Excellent.
Even if you're not going to go traipsing through the iPhone.
Well, that's actually quite an important thing, actually, with the sand and dust, because, especially coming into the summer season as well, wind kicks up, sand is probably everywhere, so, stuff, things.
It's not a camera. So the cool thing about this as well is it's also got Wi-Fi and it's got NFC. NFC meaning that if I just took a picture on this underwater, I could then take my trusty phone, do this, and boom, transfer them over.
Yeah.
Which is quite cool. And Wi-Fi makes it easier to, of course, get your videos and your pictures across. One of the really interesting things about this little camera, though, is while the pictures are good, the video is actually really, really good.
Oh, okay.
The video is actually much better than most point and shoots, and definitely better than kind of all the other tough cams in this category right now, which is kind of handy, because if you go scuba diving, like both of us, taking video is much better than taking images.
You may have seen the video we were.
If not.
We were kind of awesome. If not, click here. On that little sidebar just down the side here.
That way?
Yeah.
Or that way.
Or that way.
Depending which side it is. Either way, this right here is available right now for 1,800 dirhams or thereabouts.
Cool. And one bit of advice, if you are NSCing it and you tap your phone there after taking underwater shots, make sure you do that on the surface.
Yeah, don't bring that underwater. Good advice. Always good advice from Matt.
That's why they pay me the no bucks.
They don't pay you anything?
Nothing at all.
This is totally free.
This is pro rata.
What
was that? What? Pro bono. That's
pro bono. Pro rata is different.
Yeah. Well, it's pro bono then, because I ain't getting paid.
Protosynthesis? With us mixing up the words that start with a P, we're going to end it right now, because short and sweet is how we like it.
From the man himself. Cool. Tune in next week.
Hopefully next week, yeah.
And hope you enjoyed the new truncated, shorter version. Keep sending us in your thoughts and your and tweet us in your emails. You can reach Tom at tshams, at tshams, and me at Mr. Pika, or visit us at Stuff Mid East.
See you later.
Bye bye.